Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's 4:40 Saturday morning. I just thought I'd check in to let you know how I'm doing. I think I'm doing remarkably well considering what I went through. So I've just begun the healing process, and I will say that the recovery is going to be long. And it's going to be painful, and I'm experiencing that now. So surgery went great. I have 5 incisions all around the shoulder. Some of them only have 1 stitch, others of them have a couple stitches. Mike took my big bandage off last night and then had to clean each individual's incision with alcohol and cover them back up with just band-aids at this point, because they should be done bleeding for now. Obviously when he took the bandages off, they had blood in them, but only 2 of them looked like the blood was fresh. So I think I'm done bleeding. I got to see pictures of the inside of what they did. So they showed me my complete tear. They showed the screws now in the bone, and they showed the ties, because the screws aren't like normal screws. They don't have like heads on them like a normal screw. They look more like just the threaded part. And then there's ties wrapped around that then. It's kind of a little weird looking in there. But I got to see pictures, and that was kind of interesting, but I'm into that kind of stuff. I think the only part of the procedure that has creeped me out was this, sorry, I'm still a little wobbly yet, was the nerve block that they gave me, because I've never had a nerve block. I've had an epidural before, obviously, when I've given birth. But an epidural, they let the medicine, they let the line in your back so that they can pump medicine, and then when you're done giving birth, they just pull that line out and the medicine stops. Well, the nerve block's a little different in that they used an ultrasound Doppler and pressed it into my neck, and then they stuck a 6-inch long needle in my neck on the side, and then that completely paralyzed me from here the whole way down through my fingertips on my right arm. Caitlin took me into the hospital, and she wanted to stay to watch that, but they told her she couldn't stay for that part. Because as soon as they pulled that needle back out, then I was immediately taken right into the OR. But that was kind of creepy, because when I woke up in recovery, and I advanced to the next stage of recovery when they had to get me sitting up in a chair, my arm started falling out of this immobilizer, but I couldn't feel it. I just saw my arm dangling. And I said, somebody needs to pick up my arm. It was like I could see my arm, I could see my hand, but I couldn't feel that it was attached to my body. It's not like when you get Novocaine. This was a completely different feeling. And I went through it again when I was sitting on the chair here at home, and Caitlin tried to get me out of the chair, and she's pulling me up on my left arm, and my right arm starts to slide, and it's like, pick up my arm. My arm just fell off. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. You see your body part just laying there, and you have no attachment to it. And I tell you what, creepy is the only word I can use to describe it. I had to turn away. And like I said, most stuff does not creep me out. I don't get funky about that. I like to watch stuff like that, but that was weird. But the nerve block was a miracle in that I felt no pain until yesterday. So the nerve block is pretty much worn off. I still have a little bit of like a numbness yet in my thumb and my index finger and my middle finger yet on this hand. But I can finally use my fingers now on this hand. So other than that little bit of numbness, I'm feeling everything. But it's hard to keep the pain under control. My script was written for 1 to 2, I'm on Dilaudid, which is a narcotic. My script is written for 1 to 2 every 4 to 6 hours. And even with the nerve block one, they said start your meds right away, because you want that built up in your system before the nerve block wears off, because the pain will be tremendous. So I started 1 every 6 hours, trying to make my pills last as long as I can. I did good with that till yesterday. I had to go to 2 every 4 hours. The pain is brutal. It's brutal pain. And it keeps me from resting, it keeps me from sleeping. But again, I still think I'm doing well. I still struggle with my lungs a little bit. Recovery was a lot longer in the hospital than anticipated. I was supposed to be out within 5 hours. We never got out of there till almost 8 hours, because the nerve block also paralyzes that right lung. And when you're in recovery after surgery, your oxygen levels have to reach a certain point before they can move you to the next phase of recovery. Where every time they took my oxygen tubes out, my oxygen levels would drop and I could not get them back up. So I'm still struggling a little bit with my breath. My lung still is not completely awake yet, and they said that's completely normal. I'm not to panic or anything. But when I talk, I tend to get out of breath quick. So I have this little thingy here that I'm supposed to suck into regularly. Obviously I still can't get it up to the max at this point, but I'm getting there. So I'm in this thing for 6 weeks. Can't move the elbow for 6 weeks, or not elbow, shoulder. But I do take it out of this. I need to take it out a couple times a day, not when I'm up moving around, only when I'm sitting, so that I can keep support under the arm. But I have to get my elbow out of here and move my elbow so that my elbow doesn't lock up. And my wrist, I got to do exercises like this with my wrist. I got to do up like this with my elbow. I just can't move that shoulder at all. So I applied for my short-term disability on Thursday, so hopefully that will all be fine. I'm sure it will be. So yeah, now the grossest part is I am still not allowed to take a bath. I did bird bath from the waist down on Thursday, and changed my pants. Mike has helped me change my shirt twice, but I haven't gotten myself wet from the waist up, other than I do brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'm able to comb my hair. But I'm not going to be able to like do my hair, like to pull it up, curl it, anything like that for a long time. I can't wear a bra, so I'm not leaving the house at this point. I haven't washed my hair since Sunday. So yeah, tomorrow will be a week since I've washed my hair. My hair needs washed. The top, you can tell it needs washed. So my poor husband today is going to have to attempt to wash my hair in the kitchen sink. So I'm gonna hopefully remember to try to turn the camera on, or tell him to turn it on. God love him. This is gonna make him love me or hate me, one of the two. He does not do well with stuff like this. I thought he was gonna pass out just changing the bandages last night. It's just not his thing. He gets, he doesn't get sick. He just, he turns white, and taking my bandages off last night twice. He did this. I'm like, you need to keep your head in the game here. Come on, suck it up, Buttercup. This has to be done. But he's doing well. Cooking dinner, cleaning up the dishes, still going to work, still working overtime. It's Saturday and he's working now. He's quitting at 12 today. He went in 4 to 12. So yeah, he's picking up where I've kind of left him hanging. But again, now that I have use of the fingers on my right arm, I can at least hold stuff in my fingers. Like the first day, I couldn't even put toothpaste on my toothbrush, because with these new funky toothbrushes, they don't sit up anymore. Like they don't just lay. You put them on the counter and they flop over. And I had no use of the right arm, with it being no feeling, that he had to put my toothpaste on it for me to brush my teeth. There was like so much that I couldn't do. But now that I have use of the fingers, again, I can grasp stuff with the fingers. I just can't obviously lift anything. No weight whatsoever with this arm. So that's my update. Hopefully I'll turn the camera back on later. In the meantime, it's time for drugs, and I'm going to take them and go back to my chair, which is kind of where I've been living my life. So I will check in. Bye for now. Okay, he's actually doing it. He's washing my hair.
I don't know if you want to call it that. Just kind of rubbing soap around.
Rinse me good.
Camera might be a little wet.
Maybe you better turn it off and move it. Turn it off and move it back. He did it. He was able to wash my hair. Right now we just have the leave-in conditioner on it. He's gonna have to comb it out yet, which that'd be fun. But yeah, he even shaved my legs for me at the bottom, so he's doing all right. I'm very thankful that I have a husband that's willing to go the extra mile for me right now. So that's it for today. I'm gonna upload this and I'll check back in with you soon. Bye.